Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with the very first load page for this load. It's called Load 224 because it's in February of 2024. And all month long, we at Scrap Happy who have signed up for Load are going to be getting a prompt every day based on a theme of game night. So this first game night, I think, is called chess or checkers or something, and we were supposed to use, for the technique prompt, we were supposed to use something in contrasting colors or something like a checkerboard, and I figure this is close enough for that. It's certainly contrasting colors, black and white. And we were also to talk about a friendly rivalry or competition that we had with someone and how it turned out. And so I talked about how John and I used to play Whirlyword especially when we'd go to Luvabowl, and that's where we'd get these. This is an acai bowl, and there's my acai bowl, and in front of John is his chocolate acai smoothie. And it took a minute for those to be, they were all, blended from fresh frozen fruit. And so it took a while. So we'd play a few games. And Whirlyword is an iPhone game. I guess it may be on other platforms. But back, I don't know if you remember when Starbucks used to give links to download songs into your iTunes library. They every once in a while it would not be a song, it would be a game, and this was about in 2012, I want to say, that we got the game and downloaded it onto our phones, and we we, we played it. We'd get close, and then somebody would go ahead, and then the other one would go ahead, and so forth. He claimed that I had an unfair advantage because he drove everywhere, and every once in a while I'd sneak in a game. But mostly we played at Luvabowl or waiting in doctor's offices or waiting to pick up one of the grandkids from somewhere or take them somewhere and wait for them in the car while they ran in and did whatever shopping, stuff like that. So we never played it at home, I don't think. And we never played it at Starbucks. Starbucks, we kind of always treated sort of like a date place, and we'd actually, talk to each other. But when we went to Luvabowl, the other customers at Luvabowl kind of got used to the fact, and they'd come over and check to see what our scores were. And we'd stop and talk. It's not like we were buried in our games the whole time. Or maybe if Lisa's watching, she knows that we probably were. But anyway, so I'm going to crank this down. I don't want you to have to look at my ugly old nasty hair any longer than you have to. It's back home from the gym and haven't done anything to make it look better kind of hair. So I have printed my, this is the title panel of Whirlyword. That's the only thing that has the name Whirlyword on it. This is the last game I played, showing my current score. I continued playing the same game that John and I played up until maybe 2 years ago, about a year after he passed away. And then I got stumped and I could not get it, so I had to start over. And so I started over, and this is my score as of that point. I still haven't gotten frozen out of it yet. So anyway, enough about that. Let's talk scrapbooking. So what I've done is I cut a corner off of a piece of paper here, and I cut a corner off another very different piece of paper. And I'm going to tie them together by some fussy cut sunflowers that I cut from, I believe it's Paige Evans' Splendid, maybe Garden Shop, and then I have something else from Splendid. I have a cut apart sheet from Splendid. The pink paper is from Splendid, the pink paper that I used as a mat. And This paper is one of the ones that I got in my Happy Mail from my friend Sharon. One thing I'm going to do with my fussy cuts, and I have seen one of my favorite scrappers, Sarah Millerhouse, do this on hers, where she cuts deep down to the flower center, which gives her a little more opportunity to kind of bend and curve the petals of the flowers so that they look more real. So I'm going to kind of go back through doing what she did, and hopefully I'll get a similar effect. And I want these to stand out. I don't want them to look like they're printed directly on this paper. I want them to really stand out and look like real flowers. Well, you know, as much as they can. I just want them to kind of really stand out from that background. And I'm going to do that without foam. This actually kind of gets me there. I'm going to cut between these two leaves too so that I can curl them separately. And Sarah also doesn't leave the white trim around. She even cuts it off of ephemera. And I have never had enough confidence in my fussy cutting to do that. So I tried it this time, and it's not too bad. I've kind of been known. I was known in my 3rd grade class as the girl who couldn't cut things out. I didn't do well with scissors. I'm going to blame it on the fact that my eyes were crossed, and I had, every time I looked at something, it was in a different place. So it kind of made it hard to maintain a line when you're trying to cut. And so, anyway, this, again, is meant to contrast. And I kind of thought that for some reason, this looked like reminiscent of, not like any game board I've ever seen, but reminiscent of a game board. So, for this panel, I kind of want to do some things behind it. So I kind of have to decide the behind things just to get them down. I want this little bit of yellow to show above the pink, just to kind of reminiscent of the flowers, kind of repeat that color. And then I'm going to put the I'll tuck the journaling here, and I'm going to move this up and kind of tuck a corner of the photo panel under this top thing. So that's kind of going to be the balance there. And I have something I fussy cut. It's in my my Scrap Backwards kit, and my commitment is I built a kit for both Scrap Backwards and How to Kill a Kit with Style, and I am using that kit exclusively. And there's there's an asterisk by that. If the prompt calls for something that I don't have in my kit, I will I will allow myself to go get it. In this case, I had a scrap of this black and white paper, and then this paper was just added to the kit. My kit reveal actually came out today as I'm filming this. I have this that I fussy cut from a P13 collection, and it has a cupcake and a donut and some blueberries on some cheesecake. Now, none of those things were available at Luvabowl, but the colors and the idea of a sweet treat kind of, and the spacing works really well next to this. So I'm going to use it, and I'm going to put a little foam. Maybe I am and maybe I'm not. I don't really know where my foam rolls went. I'll figure that out at some point. So I'm going to kind of put that there, and that kind of covers a little of the black and white, but not completely. Now here, an idea I have these puffy stickers, some of which are circles, that I thought might look like game pieces or something if I just kind of put them in the middle of some of the squares. There's a thing that says fun, and then this one says smile, and I'm just going to kind of scooch that under here. Man, I'll actually make this one part of a cluster. And smile is kind of a note to self sort of thing, because it's hard to keep it. Well, never mind. You all understand what I'm saying. Grateful for this moment, I love, but I saw something on a sticker sheet that says, "My sunshine." And I thought maybe I could do that right there. And for that, I have to find my foam. And I'm just not finding it. Where on earth? It's my 2 giant rolls of foam. Oh, I'll bet they're on the chair here. But I'm not seeing them there either. Yep, there they are. Sorry about that. I didn't do my normal table prep, I guess you'd call it, before this video. The prompts for load come out on the day that they're due. So it's the load stands for lay out a day for those of you who aren't familiar with it. And it's I have to get this in, loaded up to the loaded up to the load database before midnight in Alice's time frame. So I'm gonna kind of do that, and then the grateful for this moment I can put down here. There we go. That works better. And I like this one that says happy. And I'm just going to kind of put it in right. Can you see that? Yeah. Here I'm trying to be conscious of what can and can't be seen. I'm going to do overlapping hearts with these two because they're here and not because I like them. That's purple, but it's not my favorite color of purple, and that's gold, and it just really looks awful next to that pretty yellow. So I'm going to use it down here. And then I'll have to find something else that kind of looks nice there. Do I want some flowers? Some flowers. Well, they would be different. Why not? Oh, you know what? There's this gigantic heart. And here we are with this thing that is really hard to peel. I used this on a video yesterday. and I had the hardest time peeling it up. This is actually seeming to cooperate. So let's see, I haven't really thought about how this might work. Like right there, but then my grateful for this moment doesn't work. So I'll hold it off to the side, and my sunshine probably needs to be put on after this as well. Let's see how this works. I don't want any of it I didn't want to cover any of his face. The rest of it doesn't matter so much. Okay, so I'm going to put my sunshine on the heart, and it doesn't matter if I cover up part of my Whirlyword game. And now, grateful for this moment, I'm going to put over here, or no, I'll put it here. And I'll put it so that that lines up with the bottom of the pink there. And then I have these two little overlapping hearts, which could be used, I don't know, maybe right here. Okay, there's so many things on here that I really would like to use, but I'm going to look for just something circular, and I don't know, let's look in the little fussy cut junk box here. I have some of these little clips, and this one is kind of the color of the Luvabowl there, and I could put that right there, so I like that. And I have a little camera. There are several little cameras. I think I'll just take the one that I can get hold of. It's only half a camera, so let's not do that one. And I'm going to see if I have something. I'd like to see something round, something circular right there. And I have these half rainbows, but that's kind of too much with the heart. Just a solid sort of circle. And I don't think I have any. Let me see if there are any circular stickers on any of these that I would use just for color. Here's one that has a whole bunch of different colors, and they're different colors from this. Is that silly looking? It has the yellow in it, which is why I'm considering it. It's a flower shape. I wish it were circular. Here is a black one that says "Be Yourself," and I may want to use that, saying that. Nothing there. Let's see what we have here. Gosh, there's nothing there, and I don't have a hole punch. How about, let me look in here to see. Here's a semicircular sort of thing that says "Believe," but and if I did that, maybe right there, that still isn't quite what I was looking for, but this might work. This one doesn't say anything, which puts it a few miles ahead, and it's bigger, and it has a gold border. So I'm going to put that down, and then I can layer this little guy over it. Okay, and now I need this thick foam. And I'm trusting that you can see things now because I can't. And I'm going to bring that down on the photo because there's some people reflected in a mirror that's behind that I don't mind covering up. And it still lets that yellow show. I think that works well. And now I'm going to add a couple little, let's see, I could do a flower or and see the backing came off with it, and it's so hard to grasp with lousy fingernails like I've got, but I think I'm gonna do it anyway. Having trouble with that. We'll put it right there. And I'll pull the center off. The center, I think, came off. Okay, I've got a piece of that backing that wants to stick around there. There, and then I can do another, I'd like something glittery down here. So let's do there's a larger flower right here. I'll do the middle-sized one. Hopefully this one will come off a little easier because this is driving me nuts. And I will just kind of overlay this right here, and I'll put it down so that it looks, have I lost the video? I'll have to check that. I'll have to watch it and see if it all came out or if it completely stopped when my screensaver kicked in. So, because I can't see right now by my normal method. I'm going to kind of do that like that so it doesn't lean down. And that's my page. Whoops, I have some things I didn't glue down, right? I'm not going to use that believe, but I'm going to tuck this camera in. Maybe right here. It's upside down, but nobody can tell. Right there we go. Okay. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 2 of load. Bye.